Hello, and welcome to What the Fun Facts with Lily. I'm your host, Lily, and I'm not an expert on anything. Get ready for some of that good info for you to impress that person you like. You know the one. Now let's get this show on the road. Now, while this episode will not talk about anything inappropriate and will not contain any foul language, there will be discussion of bodily functions and things that some people will consider gross. If you want to skip this episode because of it, I will not judge you. Thank you. Many people have learned throughout their science classes through school that blood is made up of cells and plasma. The most common cell that makes up blood is, of course, the red blood cell, also known as the erythrocyte. Filled with hemoglobin and iron, these Werther's hard caramel-shaped cells' main function is transporting oxygen throughout the body. They have a myriad of other jobs, including carrying nutrients and helping with temperature regulation. In fact, based on the definition of a bodily tissue, blood is considered a tissue. Specifically, it's a liquid connective tissue, and that series of words is a little unnerving, but it's interesting nonetheless. Now, we all love and respect our red blood cells, but I have a little bit of sad news for you. Like most cells, red blood cells are not built to live very long. Baby erythrocytes grow up in the bone marrow, and once they are ready to leave the bloodstream, they have to go through a little orientation. In this graduation ceremony, their mitochondria and nucleus are removed and then eaten by a large white blood cell called a macrophage. People may remember that the nucleus and mitochondria are important for cell function, with the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell and the nucleus being storage for DNA. Why would these important organelles be removed? So you can stuff as much hemoglobin into that little cell as possible. A red blood cell's job is not to survive on its own. It's to sacrifice its life for the good of the body. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but if you like this show and want to help out more than just sharing it, you can give me money. Just head to my podcast website, wtfwithlily.buzzsprout.com, and click on the Support the Show button at the top of the page. Any amount helps, and the money will go towards paying my hosting site, and any leftovers will go towards my edumacation or coffee. Thank you. I'm sorry to say, but it gets even sadder. There's another reason why red blood cells aren't really supposed to live that long. It's because of blood pressure. I want you to imagine that you are very, very small. And imagine that up to 100 times per minute, you're shot out of a cannon. That doesn't sound very fun. But now imagine that there's a bunch of debris and other people all over the place when you are being shot out of this cannon. You may imagine being run into a bunch of things, having limbs being torn off and the like. Congratulations, you have now imagined the situation that these RBCs are in 24/7. Their job is literally tearing them apart. They only live for around 120 days because of this dangerous work and the lack of ways to repair themselves. Luckily, your body knows how to deal with this high turnover rate by recycling. Our spleen and liver literally recycle elderly blood cells. Sounds a little rough, but hey, that's the life of a cell. This recycling actually has a byproduct, bilirubin. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with bilirubin because I think it's a fun word to say. Bilirubin is a yellowish colored substance that can be found in bile, and our body doesn't really want it to hang around. In alcoholics and people with liver damage, bilirubin can be released into the blood faster than it can be excreted. When this yellow substance builds up too much, it can make you turn yellow. No, seriously, this is what causes jaundice. You can best see it in the skin around the eyes and in the sclera, the whites of your eyes. I'd recommend looking up pictures. My professors said that it looks like they took a yellow highlighter and scribbled it over their face. If you do see your skin turning yellow, don't panic. Jaundice won't kill you. However, you should probably go see a doctor to get your liver checked out because a damaged liver can kill you. To go back to bilirubin excretion, it's done through the colon, and it goes into your poop. When the bilirubin and bile in your poop break down, the yellow color turns a brown. So bilirubin is part of the reason why your poop is brown. Basically, I'm saying that dead red blood cells are the reason why your poop is brown. I think it's interesting, but also really gross. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow, rate, or whatever you do the podcast you like. Or not. I'm not your mommy. But it'd be really nice of you if you did. And you'll get a double thumbs up from me. As always, have a great day.